Jeff Bezos.
Founder and CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos?
Goodbye, Mayor. If everyone stays unfulfilled, it will be you who pays the price.
Oh, you load 16 ton. What do you get? Another day older and deep.
South Park just absolutely destroyed Jeff Bezos in one of its most shocking and savage episodes yet. What starts as a parody quickly turns into a merciless takedown of power, greed, and control, leaving Bezos stripped of his billionaire armor and exposed for what he truly represents. It's brutal, hilarious, and uncomfortably real.
Would you like to know why Amazon is so successful? Because the customer is all that matters.
South Park didn't just roast Jeff Bezos, it vaporized him. The new episode takes aim straight at the man who turned convenience into a religion. The tone kicks off cold and robotic. It sounds polite, but drips with venom. From the first seconds, you know this isn't a harmless parody. It's South Park doing what it does best, tearing down a tech titan with a grin. The billionaire who built an empire on 2-day shipping is being publicly humiliated.
How have you been?
I wish I was doing better. Please, Mayor, have a seat.
What makes this episode sting harder than usual is that it doesn't feel like fiction anymore. South Park isn't just mocking Bezos, it's dissecting him. The show turns his public image, calm, bald, untouchable, into something alien. Literally, Bezos appears as a telepathic overlord, a giant-headed being inspired by Star Trek's Telosians. He doesn't speak, he controls with his mind, manipulating the entire town. It's bizarre, funny, and disturbingly real. Classic South Park.
It's day 5 of the Amazon Fulfillment Center strike. Nothing has been resolved and there is ever-mounting tension between the striking Amazon workers and the people who want their stuff. Josh Carter is an Amazon employee who suffered a horrific workplace accident.
This isn't their first strike. Back in season 22, episodes Unfulfilled and Bike Parade made Bezos the face of Amazon's dark side, a corporate emperor ruling over broken workers. Those episodes weren't just comedy, they were warnings. Unfulfilled begins with Amazon opening a fulfillment center in South Park, and everything unraveled.
I guess you're here because of the strike?
We had a deal, Mayor. You told me this town would be the perfect place for one of our fulfillment centers.
And it has been. It gave so many people jobs, and I'm not really sure why everyone is so...
Strikes break out, local shops die, and Bezos sits in his glowing chamber watching chaos spread. It's surreal, but painfully close to real headlines.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're Jeff Bezos.
And you are Josh, former Amazon employee who suffered a workplace accident. You were wrongly packaged into a box, and now if anyone tries to open it, your insides will burst apart. So you seek revenge.
One scene shows a worker literally boxed up, treated like a product. It's absurd, but captures the truth of Amazon's warehouses, where every second is tracked and every mistake punished. South Park exaggerated it, but not by much.
This isn't about revenge, Bezos. It's about the production of too many useful things resulting in too many useless people.
See how the box ridicules commercialism in order to try and feel better about itself.
The episode even referenced the 2018 New Jersey warehouse bear spray incident that hospitalized dozens of employees. This was satire with receipts, comedy rooted in real-world exploitation. Then came Bike Parade, the sequel that flipped the story. The townspeople finally push back. Their rebellion takes the form of a community bike parade. Ridiculous, but powerful. It becomes a symbol of freedom in a world chained by prime deliveries. Critics noticed. IGN gave Unfulfilled an 8.2 out of 10. AV Club rated Bike Parade a minus for its anti-corporate fire. Bezos goes from untouchable to unplugged, dethroned by ordinary citizens.
But humans are more than consumers.
That's very eloquent for a box. A box that is the last thing standing in the way of real economic progress for this town.
The new episode brings that same energy back, sharper and colder. Bezos isn't a businessman anymore. He's a full-blown villain. The alien head, the blank stare, the silence. All of it a metaphor for power without empathy. The bigger the empire, the less human the ruler becomes. Those pulsating veins and that oversized brain say everything. Bezos doesn't need to speak to control you. He already does, through every buy now button.
You made everything nice and convenient, didn't you, Bezos? But humans humans are more than consumers.
These lines slices through the satire. You made everything nice and convenient, didn't you, Bezos? But humans are more than consumers. That's the knife twist. South Park isn't mocking wealth, it's mocking worship. Our obsession with ease over ethics. It's not just a jab at Bezos, it's a wake-up call to everyone who's traded conscience for comfort.
Alright, everyone here wants to see my style. But first, what I'll need is a volunteer. Yes, you, sir.
Mr. Zuckerberg, Facebook has become a tool for some to disrupt our country and our community.
South Park has always gone for giants, from Elon Musk's fragile ego to Mark Zuckerberg's robotic monotone. But this one feels different, colder, more deliberate. Bezos isn't being roasted for his money or looks. He's being dismantled for what he represents, a system that values profit over people.
You know, what happened to me could happen to any worker at a fulfillment center. I'm speaking to Congress here and then heading back to Colorado tomorrow via UPS.
Meanwhile, Amazon says it's training new workers to replace the strikers. However, because the workers previously worked in a mall, they've had no human contact for quite some time.
What makes the satire hit is the layering. On the surface, it's an absurd sci-fi spoof, an alien billionaire mind-controlling a town. Underneath, it's a portrait of modern capitalism. Workers strike, families struggle, and one man in a glass dome profits off their exhaustion. It's hilarious because it's true.
Now orders are going unfulfilled all over the state of Colorado. That makes us look very bad. It makes you look very bad. Perhaps you should no longer be a Prime member.
When Unfulfilled aired on December 5th, 2018, it felt less like an episode and more like an experiment. Amazon's arrival in South Park promised jobs and deals. The American dream wrapped in cardboard. Within minutes, the dream turns dystopian. The fulfillment center swallows the town whole. Workers collapse, small shops vanish, and Bezos rules from his eerie control room.
Hello, children. Uncle Jeff has a surprise for you. Who wants a special present for the fight parade?
The chaos is relentless, funny until it's not. South Park nails the point. The system isn't broken, it's working exactly as designed. The boxed up employee scene is hilarious for a second, then horrifying. That's the South Park formula. Make you laugh, then make you think, because behind every joke is a headline you've already ignored.
Whoever opens the box gets what's inside.
No, don't give in to your consumerism, kids!
It's mine, I got it.
The 2018 warehouse protests, the stories of exhaustion, the injuries, they're all baked into the satire. The writers barely needed to exaggerate. When Bezos' telepathic eyes glow across the screen, you can almost hear the hum of real assembly lines.
To the company store.
A week later, December 12th, Bike Parade aired, and the rebellion began. The town finally says no. Kids, parents, and delivery drivers unite for a protest disguised as a parade. It's messy, awkward, and oddly inspiring. The absurdity of it all, a revolution on bicycles, becomes the heart of the story. The people who once depended on Bezos' empire finally reclaim their independence. For once, the system cracks. Bezos' telepathic dominance fades, and the town wins. It's the kind of poetic justice reality never gives us. Critics called it one of the most satisfying South Park finales ever. Sharp, meaningful, and fearless.
I'm your floor manager, Steven Stotch.
But South Park doesn't stop with Bezos' downfall. Beneath the sci-fi parody lies something darker, a mirror. Everything in those episodes mirrors reality. 10-hour shifts, surveillance cameras, timed bathroom breaks. The boxed worker gag is a metaphor for how capitalism turns humans into inventory. You laugh, then realize you're laughing at something true. That's the genius of South Park. It doesn't moralize, it exposes. By exaggerating reality, it makes denial impossible. Bezos' empire becomes a symbol for every system that chews through people for profit.
16 tons, what do you get? Another day older and deeper in debt. St. Peter, don't you call me, 'cause I can't go. I owe my soul to the company store.
And here's where the show hits its most uncomfortable note. Bezos didn't build this alone. We did. Every add to cart, every late night impulse buy, every prime order fuels the same machine the show is mocking. South Park makes us complicit. The joke's not just on Bezos, it's on everyone watching. The show forces that realization with one simple truth. This isn't about one man. It's about a broken machine that thrives on exploitation. Bezos is just the perfect face for it. Polished, calm, untouchable. Behind that face is the world we helped create. Warehouses running on exhaustion and a society addicted to convenience. South Park flips the camera around. It's not Bezos staring into your soul, it's you staring into his. The villain isn't just him, it's the culture that made him inevitable.
Right, everyone here to meet with the president, please make sure you have a reservation and that you have your gifts ready. As a reminder, please stay 5 feet away from the president at all times and avoid staring directly into his penis.
South Park keeps revisiting that idea. In the 2025 episode Sycophancy, the show mocks how tech worship has replaced religion. The message is clear. We've built temples out of data and crowned billionaires as high priests. The satire evolves with them, tracking their delusion like a documentary gone wrong. That's what keeps the show powerful. No billionaire is safe. Every roast resets the balance. South Park strips away the myth and gives power back to the audience. The show's formula is brutally effective. Laugh, reflect, squirm. The humor softens the blow, but the truth sticks. Bezos' godlike image collapses into a punchline, and for a moment, the power flips. The untouchable billionaire becomes the joke, and the audience takes back a little control.
It's day 5 of the Amazon Fulfillment Center strike. Nothing has been resolved and there is ever-mounting tension between the striking Amazon workers and the people who want their stuff.
That final image, a town freed from Bezos' grasp, feels symbolic of something bigger. It's the fantasy we wish we could live. Ordinary people beating the system. But South Park knows the real world doesn't work that way, so it leaves us with the only question that matters. Will we finally stop feeding the machine, or just keep laughing while it eats us alive? Because in the end, South Park didn't just destroy Jeff Bezos. It exposed the monster we built, packaged, branded, and prime shipped straight to ourselves. If you've come this far, make sure to subscribe to the channel to get more updates.